Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, we are going to explore some very important and powerful concepts in Python, that is, sets, dictionaries, and functions. Whether you are beginning or brushing up your skills, this video will help you to understand how to use these tools effectively in real world programming. So make sure to watch till the end and don't forget to like the video and subscribe to stay updated with more Python tutorials. Now let us dive into the video. In this Python tutorial, you will be learning all about sets, dictionary and functions. The topics we will be covering is sets, operations and methods, dictionary manipulation, built-in, user-defined and lambda function, function arguments, real-life coding example. The topics we are going to cover is sets, operations and method. Second one is dictionary. Third one is built-in, built-in user or built-in and user defined and lambda function. Function arguments. Real life coding example. Here now see each topics clearly in depth. Let's dive into the topic. First topic which we are going to see is sets. Set set is the unordered, unindexed, mutable collection to a collection of unique elements. Sets do not allow duplicates value. Allow duplicates values. Now let us create a set. First you have to create a variable. Let us name the variable as set my set. To assign to make that variable as a set, create a variable my name, and inside that variable I need to assign an item under curly bracket. Then only that variable will be called as sets and it will be treated by Python compiler as a sets. In this set I will be assigning three values 1, 2, 3. As we know, Python do not allow duplicates, it is unindexed, unordered. If you want to print that my set, then just use print statement print function and, and name the set name. So the set content will be printed off. Now let's see the sets method or else set operation. Set's first method is add. Add method will add an item, to the set. As a set, as this is a set method, all the operations is performed on the set. So from next, I will not mention this thing to a set. Remove. Remove method will specified remove the specified value elements from the set. Discard. Discard will remove removes an item or element if present. The fourth method of sets is pop. Removes a random element from the set. This pop method will remove the most random element from the set. The fifth method of the set is clear. As we see in clear method in list, this basically removes all the elements present in the list, present in the set. Sixth method is union. If I want to combine two or more sets into one set, then I will be using combine. I will be using union method that basically combines two or more sets. Seventh function is intersection. This intersection method will keep the common element from both the sets if present. If there is no common element between the two sets, then the intersection will result as false. Difference. Difference is basically used to get the value present in first set, not in second set, or the value present in second set, not in first set. If you want to get such kind of values, then we'll be using difference. Here I will by definition here items in A, not in B. So now the last and final method is symmetric difference. Symmetric reference will give the elements in either A or B, not both. Let us see these methods through an practical example. Already we have created a set called as my set. I will be using the first method, that is add. I am going to add an element 4 to the set. In a wrong setting, that's why it is showing error. If I want to print the set whether the element 4 has been added into the cell, then I will be using the print function and I will be printing that set. So you can see here 4 has been successfully added. Next method is to remove the element from a set. To remove the element, I will be using the remove method. I'm trying to remove the element 2. So I will be I'm passing 2 as an argument for the remove method of a set. So it will remove the method, it will remove the element 2 from the set. Let's see whether the element has been removed. See, the 2 element has been removed from the set. Next method is discard. Next method is discard. As you know, discard method it is used to remove an element if it is present in the set. Here I will be trying to remove the 5. 5 element is not present in the set, then it will result. And here, since 5 was not present, it will not do anything. If 5 is present, if 5 is present, if 5 is present, here I inserted the 5 in the set and I'm trying to discard this 5, then 5 will be deleted. If it is not present, it will do nothing. The fourth method is pop method. Pop method will remove a random element from the set. You can see which element the pop method removes from the set. One element is removed from the set. If I run once again, element 3 is removed from the set. It is random. Method. The set is clear. I want to know all the elements which is present in the set and keeping the set structure. Then I will be using set. I will be using clear method of the set. I try to print different set structure, but element will be not present because element has been removed from clear method. Next, sixth method is union. Union it is basically used to combine two or more sets into one set. Here, basically I need two sets. So let us create two sets. Set one is this one, 4, 8. second set is S2. The element is 4, 7, 8, 10. Now I am trying to combine one set and this two set into one by using the union function. To see the output has been combined. Here output of here set 2 values is combined with this set 1 values. It is displayed here. You can see it. If I want to get only common elements from both the set, then I will be using intersection method. Set 1 intersection from which set I am doing comparison. Second set. Here this basically returns the common element between the two sets. Here S1 is the first set. I am I am comparing this S1 set with S2 set whether the common elements are present. If the common elements are present, then intersection method will give those common elements. The 8 and 4 is a common element from both the sets. Difference. Here, difference method of set is used to get the variable that is present in S1 set, not in S2 set. Which kind of elements is 1 and 2 is present only in S1 set, not in S2 set. So that's why 1 and 2 will be printed for difference method output. Next concept which I am going to explain is dictionary. Dictionary is it is also one of a data type. It is to collect the data item. The data item will be in from key and value pairs. Let us enter dictionary and the dictionary values will be in the form of key and value pairs. Dictionary will be enclosed in curly braces for flower rocket. First its name is key. The value is called as John. The age is a key and the value of the age is value. So that's why dictionary is called as key value pair. Key value pair. So therefore get this get method the value for the key returns the value for a dictionary. The get method will be used in this way because dictionary will be using get method by be passing the key in get function. The second method is this method will return all the keys present in dictionary. Using of the key method is dictionary name keys. This key method will not take any argument. Third method is values. It is used to return all the values dictionary. Here you can see how to use the values method in dictionary to find out the number of values or to get all the values in the dictionary. The method will return all the key value pairs. All key value the dictionary. Method is dictionaries update. This update method is used to add new key value pair into the dictionary. Method of dictionaries of removes the value when key is given to the pop method. Removes value as well as key both. Seventh method is pop item. Removes last settled item from the dictionary. However, the last method of dictionary is clear. It empties the dictionary, varying the values present in the varying the values present in the dictionary. The values will be in equal. Now, let us see this all the functions of the dictionary practically. Here, 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 I use the get method of the dictionary. Get method, I will be passing the key that is name. Then this method will search for this key in the dictionary and gets the value for the key present in dictionary. Second method is keys. If I want to know how many numbers and what are the keys which is present in the dictionary, then I will be using the key method. Then it will give all the keys which are present in the dictionary. Put all the keys which are present in the keys method. So you want to get only values of the dictionary, that is values of the dictionary, then values method. So only choose the values of the dictionary, not keys. If you want to get only keys, then you use the key method. If I want to get both key as well as values, then I'll be using item method of dictionary to return both key as well as values. If I want to add one new key value pair to the dictionary, then we'll be using update method of the dictionary. Here, this example, gender is a key, male is a value. Let's try to see whether this value is added to the dictionary. Since the value has been added to the dictionary. So simple is the data from obtaining the key from a dictionary. The key value age and 22 is removed from the dictionary. That is a function of pop function. It is used to remove the item from the dictionary by taking key as a parameter. Dictionary method is pop item that removes the last inserted item in the dictionary. The last inserted item, as we know, this is last inserted item is this one, gender. This has to be removed when we use pop item function. The kind of mail has been removed, which is the lastly inserted item. Lastly inserted item is gender and name that is removed through pop method of the dictionary. Clear method to remove all the data present in dictionary by keeping dictionary structure. Here you can see all the elements of dictionary has been removed by keeping the dictionary structure. Let us jump into the another topic, that is functions in Python. Functions in Python. Functions is a block of reusable code that is declared using def keyword. The function can return a value through return keyword. The syntax for creating a Python function is like, first you have to define the function by using the def keyword and function name and the argument which you want to pass and operation which you want to do in that function. This is a function creation syntax. Once the function is created, if I want to call that function, I have to call in this way. Function name, and what argument do I need to pass? Name. So I will need to pass name argument. If I run this following task, this functionality will be performed and the output will be shown. Run this one. Function Python. This first function is built-in function. Built-in function is built-in present system itself that is created and it is present in the library. It is used whenever we require. Example of built-in functions are function, function, sum function, etc. Next function is user-defined function. These functions are created by programmer. Type of function is lambda function. Lambda function is anonymous and single line function. Was single line function. The fourth type of function is recursive function. Function that calls recursive function are the functions that is called themselves. Now let us see the types of function arguments. The arguments are the parameters which we are used to pass the function to do some task. That arguments are called as function arguments. If I take this example and if I example function argument here, Here name is an argument that I am going to pass in the grid function, and by that argument name I am doing certain operation, that is concatenation, and printing that result. So the operators or the parameters or the arguments I am going to pass inside the function for operations, that kind of parameters or arguments are called as functional arguments. The functional arguments are of four types. Now let us see the functional argument in depth. First argument is positional argument. Here in positional arguments, order is matter. In format I am passing the arguments in calling function. In same format the called function should also need to have. Understand this positional argument by an example. Let's see here. Called function has two parameters. Calling function also has two parameters, and the number of parameters in called function and calling functions are both are same. That's why in positional arguments they are mentioned like order matters. Here order should be same. If the arguments here is 2, then here also argument should be 2. Such kind of arguments that is called as positional arguments. Position matters and order matters. This is an example for positional arguments function. Let us see keyword arguments. Keyword arguments. Keyword arguments, as the name suggests, I am passing the arguments with key value pair. Let us see this with an example. Taking the same function, now calling function by using keyword arguments where I'm passing the values in key value pairs. And I'm saying 5 to the key variable a and 4 to the a variable. Here you can see passing the arguments the way like key value. That's why It is called as keyword arguments. The values passed or the parameters or arguments are passed in key key value. Third, functional arguments are arbitrary keyword arguments. Arbitrary positional arguments. It accepts the variable number of arguments at tuple. Here, arbitrary positional arguments will accept the variable number of arguments as a tuple. Here, arbitrary positional arguments are used when we don't know how many number of arguments do will be passing in calling function. In such a case, we will be using arbitrary positional arguments. Here, it will collect all the arguments which is passed in calling function from calling function in a single variable, and it will be storing as a tuple. To see with an example, let us see this concept with an example. Def total is a function name. This is a positional. These are arbitrary positional arguments and returns. These are the inbuilt functions. So as we seen, types of functions that is inbuilt user defined. That sum is a inbuilt function. I'm going to call this total function. But I am don't know how many numbers of defining the function. I will be not knowing that how many number of arguments I am doing. How many number of arguments do I will be passing in future to this function. That's why I'll be creating this arguments as an arbitrary positional argument so that I can save many number of arguments as possible when it is called from calling function. This kind of arbitrary positional arguments are used when we don't know the number of arguments which we are passing from calling function to called function. Here what happens is 1, 2, 3, 4 arguments are passed and stored in a variable nums, and this variable is of type tuple which cannot be changed, and the sum function will add up all the values of the tuple and choose the result, and that result will be shown to the user by using print function. This is a functionality and this is a use of arbitrary positional arguments. The last type of functional arguments are arbitrary keyword arguments. Arbitrary keyword arguments accept the variable number of keyword arguments as a dictionary. Keyboard arguments are indicated by double star and argument name. As we know, the keyword arguments will be in the form of dictionary, and the dictionary value will be having key as well as values. Here, as we know, in arbitrary positional arguments, it will accept variable number of arguments and it will store in tuple. Let us see. These variables are stored in variable num, as we know. The number variable is tuple or not. Let us see. Friend, see, the variable which is storing the more number of values in a single variable, that will be in the form of tuple. This is called as arbitrary positional arguments, that is denoted by star arguments. Here keyword arguments is denoted by double star key w kw arguments. Now let us see lambda function. Lambda function, as we know, it is a single line function. The syntax for lambda function is lambda arguments, argument on which we are going to perform expression or operation. After taking argument, we are performing the expression or we are performing the operation through this expression. This is the syntax of lambda function. Let us create a lambda function for getting a better understanding. So we will be creating a square lambda function. I will be passing the input x to it, and I am passing that input to the expression to do certain task. See, this is a argument. It is also called as functional arguments. This is a positional argument. If this argument is passed here, this argument is given to this expression. The expression will do operations or function, and it will result back the result to the variable square, and I can get that value through the print function. As you come to know how we will be creating user defined functions and what will be the inbuilt function and what is a lambda function, we came to know the recursion function. The last function for the for, for today is recursion function. Factorial if number is equal to 0 or number is equals to 1, then return 1. Else, else, else this operation number star square of number minus 1. This is a recursion function where I am calling this function again and again until the number becomes 0 or equal to 1. Now to call this recursion function, we will be calling just same as who we call other functions like built-in functions or user-defined functions. Same way here also we need to pass the arguments. We will pass it 10, so it will find a factor of 10 number. Let's see factorial of 5. Factorial of 5 is 120 as well. So that's it for today's session on sets, dictionaries, functions in Python. I hope you found the explanation and example helpful. If you have any doubts or questions, feel free to drop comments below. I will be happy to help. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more in-depth Python content. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in next video. Happy coding. Look on my school workbench.